That. Let's bring in live Congressman Roger Williams. He's chair of the powerful House Committee on Small Business and representing the great state of Texas. Mr. Chairman, welcome in.
Thank you, Ed. Good to be with you.
It seems undeniable at this point, even the mainstream media has got to admit, those tax cuts you passed are helping millions of Americans. You had a big hearing today on the Working Families Tax Cuts Act. How has all of these measures helped real Americans out there watching this tonight, sir?
Well, it's put more money in the hands of people. I mean, we know what money in the hands of the government does not offer a return, but in the hands of the people it does. It's the biggest tax cut we've seen. They're getting money. We had a hearing today. We heard so many good stories about how it's helping businesses, keep people hired. It's the way to go. I was in Fort Worth, my hometown, last week at a restaurant. A lady came up to me and said, "Thank you for passing the no tax on tips, because now I can send my daughter to cheerleading school." So wow. Those are the stories you want to hear. That's why it works, and it's powerful. The
Treasury Secretary said, and we've got it on the screen, 53 million Americans have now used at least one of those deductions that you passed through the House and the president signed into law. You had a big op-ed today in the Washington Examiner saying, among other things, after 4 years of Biden-era inflation, skyrocketing costs, and a tax code that penalized hard work instead of rewarding it, working families deserved better this tax day. Through the leadership of Republicans and the president, working American families are finally getting what they're due. I get you're making that case, but are you worried that many real Americans might not feel it? How do you make that case between now and the midterm so people understand what's really going in their pocket?
Well, we've got to sell it. Everything has a retail point to it. We've got to sell what we've got. But if people get their money back on the tax cuts, that gives everybody a chance to spend it, save it, improve their lives, as opposed to let the government take it all like we saw under the Biden administration. And the regulations to comply with the Biden regulations, the man hours, are unbelievable. Mm-hmm. We've reduced all that. Community banks, for example, have been relieved of so much paperwork. Now they can make loans that they couldn't make before they didn't want to. Small business can borrow now on if they need a payroll loan, or if they need a working capital loan, they can get it. So I think rural America and everybody's going to understand that money in their hands better than that in the government.
Last thing, what are you hearing from your constituents, real Americans out there watching tonight, about gas prices? Because some of your colleagues are saying, hey, look, you got to pay higher gas prices so that we have safety here at home, safety around the world with nuclear weapons and whatnot, and Iran. But I wonder, might some of those tax refunds now, that might be offset by people paying more money at the pump? How do you answer that?
Well, right now we're paying more at the pump. It's still less than we paid with Biden, but at the same time, I think that we're going to see prices come down. Living in Texas, I've been around the industry all my life. I think we'll begin to see prices come down this summer. We've had success in Iran. We'll be coming home. Prices will be coming down. And when you've got prices coming down, inflation flat, unemployment at lows that we haven't seen in a while, and people have money in their pocket, you have an economy that will allow people to do business, spend their money and not save it, and go buy cars and boats and whatever they want to get.
Yeah, and get the money in their pockets, like you say. It's what the American people are owed, and you just gave them back a big fat check. Congressman Roger Williams, thank you, sir.
Okay, Ed, thank you.
All right, coming up, Hunter Biden.